Okay, you are on the outside of the ruins. As you exit with Brooke through the door, I just call him Brooke, Brodingles, sorry.
Bojangles.
Bojangles. As you exit with Bojangles, Brooke, through the door, you come out and he is still furious, but also calming down. Fine, I will show you where I last remember my ship being.
Cool. I mean, we have this compass too. Corn just holds it out.
The compass is pointing towards the south. Shall you follow?
Let's fucking go.
Okay. As you continue to move along, you move throughout the sandy deserts, and you eventually... I want you all to roll me a nature check.
It's a 15 for me.
Nope.
I got a 14.
Nice.
Corona?
4.
Oh, fuck.
Poor guy.
So, Corona, you think that sand and roots are the same thing. Everyone else, you notice that there is some mounds in the sand that look... You see the compass and where it points to, and you see that there is some mounds that aren't quite right to be in the desert. They look uneven. You see it off in the distance about...
Do they look like boobies? Sand boobies.
Now, this is a good question.
It's very important. I need to know.
Roll perception.
You got it. I got a 12.
You can... No, you failed that one. You think they're sand boobs.
Dirty 20.
That is exactly what I wanted to know. Thank you.
Corona,
I do think that they are sand boobs.
You can discern, Corona, that there's a ship underneath there. Just based on, like, the mounds of it and where, like, the sternums and sails would be. You can kind of guess there's, like, a ship underneath there or a large vehicle. But the proposition of having it be sand boobs is also nice as well.
1, 2, 3. It's a weird shape. I mean, I wouldn't mind a nice soft pair right now, but I don't think that's what that is.
Boobies. I cannot be convinced otherwise.
Okay. Why don't you go grab a handful then? Ask the desert knight first, but yes.
I was supposed to say consent is sexy, and I don't think the desert can talk.
Oberon, what do you think?
What? What?
Well, what do you think?
I mean, if you wish to grab the sand breasts, then so be it, but you can at least, I mean, I don't think you can consent either way. It is sand, so, you know.
Boobies.
No harm, no foul.
Who are you to say that sand doesn't have its own language?
I'm saying this sand in particular appears to be inanimate. Some sand may have language. I don't believe this sand does.
I'm sure the sand would agree that you also look inanimate from its perspective.
I'm literally moving right now. I am the definition of being animated. Eat my shorts.
If you insist.
Roll me Constitution to eat their shorts.
I'm not being serious. I will instead give Oberon a nice pat on the rear.
Sleight of hand.
Fair enough.
Okay. 27.
Oberon, you feel all nice and fuzzy, as if someone is giving you very affectionate pats. You don't know where it's coming from, but it feels nice.
He's gonna squint slightly suspiciously, but then he's gonna shrug and be like, "Oh, all right."
Boobies. Corn's gonna go dig in the sand like a dog.
Just around you?
Sure. Oh, specifically on one spot on top
Roll
of one
me.
of those sand boobies.
It's 150 feet away.
I can walk.
Okay. Are you going to follow him?
I'll watch him.
You're not going to follow?
No, from a safe distance. If he finds a worm, I don't feel like dealing with it right now.
Okay.
Boobies.
One moment. Roll me a d20.
Here we go.
Man, I sure hope he finds some boobies.
That was a 5.
I think he found movies.
So, you dig through the sand like a dog, going deep into the dunes, and then you scratch something hard.
Ow.
It feels very shell-like. And then it starts moving and shifting.
Corona, get my gun!
And one of the mounds starts moving and shimmering. And only you can hear this, Corin. You hear clicking. More clicking.
Corona, get my gun!
Back and forth. And then the mounds start shaking back and forth. From you guys, Corona and Oberon, you see the mounds are shaking back and forth, and you hear low clicks.
Hey, Oberon.
Click.
Yes.
Click, 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 click.
I see that Corin is screaming for himself for some reason, so clearly the desert has got to him. But, do you see them dunes moving? Do you hear that noise?
I do see and hear this, and I worry that we should not have given Corn permission to touch the sand boot.
Corona, get my gun!
You should have asked for consent.
So,
Movies.
Corin, as it starts shifting back and forth, you start hearing more clicking, and then you realize what you're on isn't that soft at all. It's very hard, very coarse.
Oh man.
Very. Roll me an insight check.
Clearly a penis.
I got a dirty 20.
It's a crab.
Yo, I'm hungry.
And out from the sand comes 3 giant sand crabs, clicking in unison and moving back and forth,
Corona, I need my gun!
gyrating in place.
You don't have to necessarily kill them. What if
But
we
I'm
can
hungry.
befriend them and ride them across the desert?
But I'm hungry.
Oh.
You see Brodingle kind of walk up and goes,
Bojangle.
Oh, it's you! And he starts rushing over.
I will
Yes,
follow the
it
lad.
is me.
He runs up and says, Oh, my wonderful friends, it's been so long since I've seen you. Oh, Larry, Lern, and Lucifer. Oh, it's so good to see you. You see the crabs kind of scuttle over to Brodingles and just kind of stand over him.
Bojangles.
Brojingles. And they stand over him
Bojangles.
and they just click and clack. And he just kind of stands there and says, It's been so long, my friends. And he holds like their claws and he's petting them.
Aw. You know these crabby guys?
Why, yes. They helped us get across this sand.
Heck yeah. They seem very sweet. What did you say their names were again?
Larry, Lou, and Lucifer.
Larry, Lou, and Lucifer. He's
Do
just
you
gonna
ever
kind of look at them all and give them little waves. Hello there.
Do you ever get Lou and Lucifer confused? Or do they get confused themselves when you call their names?
I'm not sure. We always used to call them that, although I don't really know if they understand their names.
Okay, that seems fair.
You've grown so big, Larry. Your claws are so magnificent. And Lou, such great little pincers you have. And Lucifer, your shell has gotten quite hard, isn't it? I'm proud of each of you and so glad to see you.
Aw, that's so wholesome.
I'm so glad they didn't eat our Azamar.
Also that.
Hey, I belong to no one. Except for like 3 different gods.
Now, about the ship. Well, it is here, but it's below us. Larry and Lou, are you able to get it out? Lucifer, you help too. So you're sitting on top of Lucifer right now, and he just kind of grabs you in his claw and chucks you off him. Corin?
Yay!
You land in the sand next to him. And you see the claws just kind of like shimmer in the sand as they like dig themselves down into it. And slowly the ground begins to shake beneath you.
You know, that's a very polite crab.
Do any if you want to do anything.
Digging the sand like a dog.
You're digging down as sand is now moving up. You're digging just as fast, making even ground. And as you do so, slowly a ship rises from the sandy dunes of the desert. Let me get you a picture. As that's loading, you see the sand begin to twirl around you, coming up as it begins to part its way and the ground begins to shift. And out from it comes this ship, this pirate ship of the Grey Paws. And as it rises out and lands right there, below it, the crabs sit it down as they scuttle in front of the ship.
I found it.
Good job, Corin.
I'm so proud of you.
Don't fucking patronize me. It's gonna upset me.
Good.
I'm not patronizing you.
Look in maps.
Snaps. Ooh. Yo, that's a big ship.
That's a big shit.
Me looking
It is
at the
called
toilet after I take a shit.
It is called the
Every
furry
time
of
I
the,
poop.
It is called the furry of the sea.
Amazing.
Is
Nice.
that written somewhere on the boat?
Yes, it's on the sternum.
Did someone misspell Fury?
Well,
No, they're the furry
Bojangles
claws.
did say that there were Leonin on here, so I don't think so.
Good point.
They're the furry paws.
They're great
Speaking of
ones.
Leonin, though, Leonin don't breathe sand, right, Oberon?
No, I have a feeling that we're not gonna. He's gonna whisper. I don't think we're gonna find Bojangles' crew here unless they're a bunch of magic bones like he is.
Holy shit, magic bones.
So either they're dead or they went somewhere else. Oh, we could probably look for bodies. We should probably not tell him.
That sounds so morbid.
Oh, this looks so much like it used to. Although it has a few holes in it, I'm sure it'll sail just fine in the desert. After all, it's not like you're going out to sea or anything.
Hey, bro Jangles. Just curious, what happened to your crew? Did they die?
Well... The story of my crew is not as glamorous or as deadly as some may think. Rather, as far as I can remember, we went into a temple to explore for treasure and learn about the different things that were inside it. And then, after we explored it, a few remained on the crew, on the ship that is, waiting for us. And I'm assuming they never left this port spot, as this is where it sat before.
So you don't know if they died or not, huh?
Well, assuming that they cannot breathe sand, which most living mammals cannot, I would wager they're all dead.
Heh. Fucking mammals. Yeah, they're probably dead.
Chilling to the bone.
I get it.
At least he has a good attitude about it.
I was gonna say, he seems awfully happy about that.
Are you
think
happy?
he's
Are you happy
not-
that your crew's dead?
No. On the
Oh,
contrary,
okay.
I'm quite sad about it.
Oh, well,
I
that's
don't.
fucking hilarious.
Not much you can do when your entire crew's dead besides carry on. I've no idea why I'm a living skeleton, nor do I know why I survived. I am just here.
So if you're a living Skelebro, then what about the other bros? Could they have become magical Skelebros too?
I have no idea. If they did, I'm sure they're not
Alright.
here anymore.
I mean, yeah, who would want to hang out on a buried ship?
Crabs.
Oh yeah, crabs. You're right. Sand crabs. Larry, Lou, and Lucifer.
Now,
Larry, Lou, and Lucy.
does anybody have a rope to get up? It's rather tall. I'm not much of a climber.
I have rope.
I'm gonna climb up. I want to roll acrobatics.
Yep.
What the fuck?
Huh.
I'm supposed to be good at this.
What'd you get?
Roll a nat, like a nat one.
You know what happens? You know when like cats in cartoons like run up a tree, and they don't have claws, and they like slowly come down and they fall.
Yeah.
You dash up, climbing boards magically somehow, and then you get to the final board and slip, and then you fall.
Oh man.
You are now going to take falling damage.
Double aw man.
Fuck! Let me roll your falling damage.
Also, team, I was wrong. I don't have rope.
It is a 50-foot drop.
I
I
have rope.
You take 25 damage as you land in the sand, face first.
Can I do a diving motion to like dive into the sand as a fish dog?
No, you got a 1. You crit fail. I'm sorry.
Fuck me.
Also, that doesn't work.
I'm gonna crit 1, dive into into the sand majestically.
You're still gonna break.
Anyways.
You attempt to swan dive, realize that sand is a rock, not a liquid. As you hit it and immediately take 25 damage to your face.
Poor guy.
That works for me. Just like Tom and Jerry.
I'm gonna walk over to Corin. I have a whip.
I'm not into your BDSM club.
Are you sure?
You don't know.
I'm gonna snap it like a belt.
Corn kind of flinches a little bit.
All right. Let me try this. I'm gonna go ahead and do a sleight of hand to see if I can kind of whip it around the edge here. One of
How
the railings,
long?
maybe.
How long is your whip?
Good question.
Has to be 40 feet at a minimum.
Eh,
Pretty big boat.
hmm.
That'd be a big ass whip.
I told
Yeah,
you,
no,
it's a
and-
big ship. If you look at maps, it's a big fucking ship.
Hmm. Hmm. What else do we got? I mean, I have another way up, but
Warren, did you say you have rope?
Yeah.
Maybe
How
you should
much-
have done that in the first place.
Usually I'm good at climbing, but I just, I slipped.
Okay, but everyone has their day.
he has a lot of days.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
My life is a fucking travesty. Hey, how's it going? Here's your rope. He's just gonna toss over on the rope.
As you
How much
were
rope
all,
is this?
as you were all talking, Bojangles is climbing the boat.
What? Bro, how you doing that?
He's the one that asked for the fucking rope.
Yo, I forgot. I can climb.
Amazing.
Yo, what a fucking Chad.
Alright, well, I want to use... I want to try to pick up Blueford and do an athletics to try to heave myself up. And just use brute force to just, like, dig my nails into the side of the ship and climb.
With Blueford?
Hmm?
You said with Blueford?
Yeah, I want to hold him in one arm and, like, climb with the other.
Roll me acrobatics and strength.
Alright, acrobatics is a 24, and then just a strength check or an athletics check.
Strength check.
Check. And that is an 18.
You managed to pick up Blueford in one arm as he's confused of why he's getting picked up.
Boy.
And then you dig your claw into it, and you kind of like Mega Man X jump your way up it. Just kind of hopping up brute force. Blueford is very confused about what's going on right now.
We're going on a ship. In our favorite pirate ship.
You're going on the ship, in the ship?
Take 1 psychic
Yep.
damage.
Oh man. That was unnecessary.
That meme is awful, and you should feel bad.
Yeah, you're right.
While they're climbing up, I'm just gonna crack a dimension door.
As you do so, you snap your fingers, and out a dimension door pops as you immediately are on the top deck.
Corin, are you coming?
Poor Corin.
Yeah.
Door's still open.
Yeah.
Corin, you
I'm
walk
gonna
through.
like half close the door while he's trying to make his way through. Kind of like teasing him a bit.
As you're
I will
walking.
attempt to climb this out of spite.
Okay, Corin. Roll me in acrobatics.
I got a 12.
You managed to dig your nails in. However, you weren't meant for climbing. You were meant for fighting and swimming through water.
But I can climb.
So you dig your nails into it at a very inefficient pace, and you are able to climb up at least 10 feet and kind of hold yourself there, but that's currently all you're able to muster if you want to roll me another acrobatics.
This one's a fucking 28.
There we go.
You managed to cartwheel yourself up the ship.
I want to do like a Spider-Man strut, but I'm walking up the side of it at a 90-degree angle.
Roll me a performance.
You got it. Fuck it. That's a 14.
You're able to look semi-decent as you walk up.
At a 90-degree angle. How I'm doing this, nobody knows, but I'm doing it.
It looks
Amazing.
like a shitty Spider-Man walk, but it's no. It looks like a shitty Spider-Man walk. If you would have rolled higher, it would have looked like Dio walking up the stone pillar. But sadly, it does not. So you're all on top, as it's a ghostly ship. On top, at the top deck, so looking in maps. On the very top deck, you see that there is planks scattered about, holes in the ship, and there's a number of cannons on the top deck, along with 2 sails and a couple of posts leading up. It is well stocked aboard this top ship, and you also see that there are some stairs leading down. The top deck is covered in a thick layer of sand. What will you all do?
First, I'm gonna gently put Blueford down. Be like, good boy. Good job. Sorry for startling you.
As you put him down, he starts licking your hand.
Oh, that's a good puppy. Blueford, feel free to explore a little bit. Just be careful, alright? We don't really know what's going on here yet.
He rolls around in the sand.
That's a good boy.
Like, he sniffs the sand, and then he like, sneezes.
Oh,
and then
mister.
he's like, he licks it, and then sneezes again. He's kind of like trotting around, and then he sniffs like a scent, and he rubs his face in it, and then he rubs the rest of his body in it, and starts rolling all over the place in like one spot.
Yep, that is very puppy. Good boy.
I think he's become domesticated.
Hey, don't say that about him. You're gonna hurt his feelings. He can still kick your ass, I promise.
What will you all do?
What's Bojangles doing?
He's walking around admiring the ship, and then you see him going down into the main deck.
I'll follow our man.
As you follow him down to the main deck, there is... Are you looking in maps, by the way?
I am.
Okay, as you follow him down to the main deck, you come down to the middle area where there is a number of cannons around, and old cannonballs that appear to be slowly rusting away and withered away. And then you see that there is what seems to be like a captain's quarters, kind of. As he walks inside, and a short wind blows through, there's little to no sand in here. And there is a number of corpses in this room.
Oh.
A number of skeletons and such, some huddled together, some with each other. On the bed there is a large pile of them, as if, casual Leonin pile.
Oh no, yeah.
And there's an old journal on the desk that he walks over and begins to read to himself.
Oberon's gonna go over to each of the individual areas with bodies and just do like silent little, not a prayer necessarily, but like he's gonna show his respects to each one and put a hand over them and just kind of like lower his head and close his eyes and speak some nice words in his head for each one.
Okay.
There's a lot of dead people around here.
Oberon, please be respectful.
Yo ho ho.
Huh.
You hear a skeleton crying.
He walks over to the skeleton and pats him on the shoulder. It's okay, bud. all living creatures die, except for you. You're still alive, and you're made of bones. And bones are cool.
He starts to cry more.
He just keeps patting him on the shoulder. It's okay, bud.
Corona, would you like to explore?
Sure.
Where do you want to explore?
What options do I have?
Huh?
What options do I have?
You have the back room, further down the stairs, the middle room, or the top room.
I'll go to the back room.
You go to the back room where everyone else is with all the corpses and stuff, and you see there is a number of like swords and stuff on the ground of all the dead Grey Paw members. There's a couple documents on the desk that Brooke is reading, as well as there's a liquor cabinet.
Can I do an investigation to see actually how they died? I'm assuming they wouldn't stay here if, like, they were actually able to get away.
You may.
14.
As you roll your Arcana,
Arcana?
you're doing... Oh, wait, you're doing investigation. Sorry. Never mind. You assume it was done by a magical means.
Okay.
You get a faint whiff of some kind of spell. You're not sure what it is, but it's like slightly still there.
I'm not gonna try and alarm the rest of the party. I'm gonna do a bit more digging with an Arcana check. It's 22.
It feels necrotic. As if the bones are in pristine condition. They're pure white. As if all the flesh was taken off delicately and almost magically.
Slowly or quickly?
Slowly.
I'm gonna pull Oberon off to the side really quick. Oberon. Oberon?
They said they'd be right back.
Ah, okay. Actually, in that case, I'm gonna pull Corin off to the side. Corin.
Huh.
I don't think it's the best idea to point this out to Oberon, seeing as they're Leonin and everything.
Okay.
But I think these ones were tortured to death.
Oh, that's metal as hell.
Probably by a necrotic source, similar to the Skeleton King.
Oh, I know that guy.
Should hope you know your employer.
Yeah, he's okay. Benefits are kind of shit, but whatever.
He's a douche canoe.
He's all right. I've had worse managers. There was this one up in the heavens. Goddamn, hated that guy. All he had, you know what he had me do all day and night? Stand in front of a fucking temple. It sucks. Talk about boredom.
No wonder you're rambunctious.
Yeah, I got nothing better to do. I'm full of energy and ADHD. Also vitriol, but that's besides the point.
Point being, though, I'm pretty sure these guys were murdered.
Cool. A lot of people are murdered. We murder people all the time. Also, I feel like we could tell Oberon and it'd be perfectly fine. Just want to throw that out there.
Tell me what?
No,
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna tell you nothing.
He's gonna look up from him doing his little silent, I don't know what to call them, biddings, I guess.
We're not talking about you. We're talking about the bone guy.
Oh, I heard. Okay. He's just gonna turn back to them and just kind of like,
Roll me a deception check. And Oberon, roll me insight.
okay. I have pretty good. Oh,
I got a net 20.
yeah, you deceived me. I only got a 12.
Oberon has no fucking idea.
Yeah, I'm too busy grieving over my fallen brothers, siblings.
So if you thought that Oberon would be okay with it, why did you lie?
I don't know, because you said it was a bad idea, and I kind of trust you. You're all right in my book.
Well, at least that makes one of us. Thank you.
Are you saying you don't like me? What the fuck?
I'm saying at least one of us trusts me.
Oh, yeah.
I was gonna give him a pat on the back, but I really am concerned about whatever did this and if it's still around here.
I mean, do you think it breathes sand?
No, but anything that would be in the middle of a desert, I'm assuming doesn't have many places to go.
I mean, it has. I mean, while that is an accurate statement, one could argue that it has everywhere to go.
Touche. Are there any hints around this place? I mean,
can I roll an investigation to see anything further?
You may.
I got a 23.
With your knowledge of Arcana and the necrotic and holy being an angel of sorts, you know that the bone that was here and is on the skeletons is withered by magic, as if the flesh was taken off by some kind of necrotic spell. Also, traces of this magic are all over the place in this part of the dock, and it gets stronger beneath you. As if, like, the whole place was swamped with a spell that originated from the bottom of the ship.
I relay that information.
In that case, might be below deck.
Yeah, I think we should go down.
You think we should leave Oberon here?
Hey, Oberon, we're gonna go downstairs.
All right, I'll stay here with Bojangles.
You're
I
gonna
think it's fine.
iPad. I'm not coming back.
You better come back, you bitch. He's gonna kind of open his eyes again and give him like a little smirk.
Red in the face right now. I'm gonna go scurry down below deck.
Okay. As you scurry down below deck, and you make your way down there, what happens is you get down to the next ring below the deck. So you come down to the lower deck, where there's all kinds of boxes, barrels, and all kinds of sacks and such. There's the upper and the lower rooms. And there's still one staircase going below. Immediately, Corin, you feel as if the necrotic energy in this room is a whole hell of a lot stronger. And it feels as if from the room to the front of the ship and the back of the ship are almost like wafting off a fog of it.
Hey, you remember that necrotic thing I told you about?
Mm-hmm.
Feels really strong here. Like, really strong. And he points at the room towards the front. Like, a lot from there. Can I roll another investigation?
You may.
This one's a 27.
What kind of monsters do you hunt, by the way?
Technically anything of the undead sort, but I kind of hunt everything.
So you hunt specifically undead?
Yeah, I guess you could say that. I don't really hunt one specific thing, but the order itself just kind of
I thought it was
hunts.
like a. I thought it was like a ranger where you get like a specific type thing you hunt.
Yeah, you should
Not-
have a favorite enemy.
Let me see, because I don't think so, to be honest. Let me check.
You should pick one. It gives you some good perks.
Does.
For reference, when I had Bone, her favorite enemy is dragons.
Favorite enemies is a very underrated skill.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta use it more often. It's super fun. Especially if you're in the right place.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't have a favorite enemy. I don't have that thing.
Dang. And you're a ranger?
I'm not a ranger.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't think it's a thing for whatever Corin is, because favorite enemy is a thing for a ranger specifically.
Corin is a blood hunter.
Oh, that's what you are.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. That's why I can turn into a were-dog.
You're
So-
Matthew Mercer.
So, what did you like this? If you want to find out the creature, roll me a nature check. Only Corin.
Oh, okay. I got a 16.
You sense so you sense in terms of creatures that you narrow it down to ones that feed off of hemoglobin or blood.
Potentially a
These
vampire.
these things feed off of hemoglobin, blood for you uninitiated. He jokingly pokes at Corona.
The sages are very well educated, thank you.
It's a very sarcastic laugh.
Blood, blood, blood. Aside from a vampire. Vampires don't do a lot of casting.
I mean, you know, I know this one vampire. She's pretty cool. She casts some stuff.
I'm gonna give Corin the shifty side eye.
But she's friendly.
Hmm.
Ish.
I'm gonna ignore the comment and go to the door in front of us. Not gonna go inside. Just gonna press my ear to the door. See if I hear anything.
You hear nothing.
Corin's gonna kick the door open.
As you kick the door open, you see it's full of coffins.
Oh, there's a lot of dead people here.
It is full of approximately 8 coffins.
Should we pop one of these bad boys open?
I'm gonna keep my arm with the rifle pointed directly at the head of one of the coffins while I nod at him to open up the first one.
All right. Corin
As
is
you-
going to open it.
You open it up. Inside, you see a strange skeleton. The skeleton looks humanoid, almost like a Leonin, but it has 2 very eerily protruding curled horns, as well as almost skin-like wings behind it.
That's strange.
What the fuck is this thing?
It definitely doesn't look like a vampire. Oh, I mean, kinda. Kind of almost Chimera?
Doesn't look like a vampire I've ever seen. But, I mean, possible.
I do an Arcana.
You may. As
29.
you begin to feel out the magic, your hand begins to feel hot as it then starts to burn and turn bright orange. And you get a jolt of almost heat back flung at your hand as it's now glowing red hot. You sense immense amounts of energy inside whatever this is, but you also sense that it's not awake. Almost like it's in a paralysis of sleep.
Ow.
You also, inside your head, you get a slight feeling. What languages can you understand?
What? Let's see. Celestial, Common, Elvish, Infernal, Leonin, Primordial, and
Okay.
Thieves'
You hear in a swirling tone of crackles an infernal speech.
Oh, I understand this too.
The both of you hear it. As the crackling begins to subside, the voice that comes out tells, "Lies the dead that seek out the wretched of life. They would dare not slumber, for they stay ever infernal.
Corona,
Leave the body alone."
Corona, get my gun.
I'm gonna give him his gun.
Corin has his gun. I like I like that the gun is always on his hip, but Corona still gave it to him.
You hand over an imaginary gun. Corin, you pick up the imaginary gun. You feel as if you now have a second gun.
Thank you.
Oh, well.
Corin grabs his real gun now,
You have a real gun in your hands.
and in his other hand, he's doing a finger gun.
As you pull out, the hand is in your hand as a gun.
Oh hell yeah!
Is the hand also making a thing?
As you kind of like hold it up like a gun, like go ka-choo, ka-choo, it like snaps, like as if it's like firing off something.
We have fun here.
Oberon, back up to you. You were up
Hello.
with Brojangles. What are you doing?
Once I've gone around to all of the bodies to pay my respects, I want to go over to Bojangles and gently lay big ol' paw on his shoulder. Be like, "I'm sorry for the loss of your crew. I'm sure it's very painful seeing them again like this."
Yes it is.
Do you mind if I ask what it is that you're reading?
Oh, it's my captain's journal. He was a good man. A lot of research and such things, and talks of some kind of magical circle in the main deck of the ship.
Was that not there the last time you were here?
No, it was there. We used it mainly as an altar of sorts for our gods. It was a neutral zone for religion. The captain was something of a doctor, you could say.
What kind of medicine did he practice?
I believe the way he described it was a mixture of science and magic.
Oh man, he's gonna be a necromancer and he probably did this to the crew. I'm not saying this out loud, obviously, but me as a player thinking out loud.
Some called him a necromancer.
Oh, well.
Others called him a great doctor of man.
Eh.
He was able to restore our limbs and keep us alive and well even after the most gruesome injuries.
I wonder if he's the reason you're still alive as, Bones, which I hope you don't mind me asking, what race were you before you were dead? Before you died? Before you lost your body?
I think we should go check on your friends. He kind of sidesteps the question and says, I was a race of, you could say, mortals. Although I don't quite remember what I was like before, all I know is a skeleton of now. I think we should go check on your friends.
Didn't this man mention before that he was the captain? Did he do this and not remember? This is me as a player just speaking out loud to my friends. But Oberon's just, yes, poor Bojangles. And he's gonna follow Bojangles.
He did refer to this as his crew, so.
Then again, I'd say you're my party members, but I wouldn't say I'm the leader of the party. You'd still say your crew. But I am still sussy.
As you come down to the lower deck, and he walks down, he says, "Oh, what did you two find in this room here?" As he walks up with you. "Oh, what is that?"
So
Corona did it. No, I'm kidding. He didn't do that.
Excuse me. Between Sage's knowledge and my knowledge of the Infernal, could I tell if this was a curse? Yes? No?
I have no idea. I'm not of the magical sort, as you could say.
Let's see.
I may be a swordsman, but I'm no magicier. What you sages do with your magic is far beyond my teachings and knowledge.
I was actually asking out a character. Would that be something that would be reasonable to know?
Oh, yeah. If you want, I'd say you need to make a medicine check if you want to try to diagnose what species it is, but...
Okay.
You can tell that there was magic involved. Not that it was a curse, though. It's not a curse.
Okay.
It's not forced. It's not forced mutation. It is modified, but it's not forced mutation. The bone seems to be naturally formed and naturally shifted as if it was made.
Okay, so not a curse. But that doesn't explain that reaction I just had with my magic. Almost burned me. Also, how many crewmates did you have?
Oh, we had maybe, I'd say 150.
Holy shit.
Any idea if about 8 of them were important?
What did you say you cut out?
Did 8 of them stand out?
No, not really. It's all so fuzzy, but I was sure we were all normal or used to each other's presence.
This doesn't look like any race that I know.
Oh yeah, don't touch the bodies. They're not okay.
What do you mean they're not okay?
Corona, you fill in what happened.
They're burning with necrotic magic, and there is an infernal voice that appears whenever I try and approach them.
I guess you could say you're on fire with this investigation.
DM take 5 psychic damage.
Ow.
Thank you.
Hmm.
Can I roll another investigation?
Brojangles says, oh, I have a headache now.
Can I roll an investigation on the bodies?
You may. What are you looking for?
Anything that stands out that could be specific, but I got a nat 20, by the way.
Woo!
For a 29.
Oh, I'm high today. Damn.
Yeah.
So
Except when he made his
I'm
athletics check.
fucking... Corin is essentially Batman, who's a total asshole.
Batman is also an asshole.
Usually just to his family.
you know no more than, say, Corona does magically speaking, although you can see that these coffins are freshly built in the sense that they were only here maybe 20 or 30 years ago. They don't seem to be, like, decaying all that much versus the bodies that seem to be here a lot longer. Also, the bone is pure white, meaning that whatever this is, it is quite fresh compared to the bodies upstairs. They've been sitting there for a number of decades.
I relay that information.
I'm gonna take off a leg.
You're gonna do what?
I'm gonna take off a leg.
Like one of your own legs?
Oberon, get my gun.
I think you're holding your gun.
He holds out his other hand. Give me my gun.
He's gonna take the gun from his hand and put it in his other hand.
You take the gun
Thank
from
you.
his one hand and you switch it around to your holster and take it out and give him the same gun.
There you
You
go.
now have... It is a double gun reach around.
Awesome. Thank you, Oberon. You're a real help.
Sure. He's really confused.
I'm just staring at them.
As you attempt to take the leg, make a charisma save.
I can do that. That's 17.
From the corner of your eye, you see Bojangles' normal bony face turn into a crooked grin and then go back to a normal.
Oh man.
Skeletons can't move their lips, nor can they move their jaws as they're formed in place, but you managed to see a smile anyways.
Wait a second. Skeletons don't have lips.
But
Oh my
How he's
god.
gonna get a kiss? He got no lip.
but
Very ugly.
as you attempt to grab that leg, your hand is heated up once more and you take some burning damage.
As a reaction to both taking the burning damage, which I will still take, and seeing Bojangles'
4 fire damage.
I do want to use True Strike as a reaction.
What will that do?
Your magic grants you a brief insight into the target's defenses. In other words, you should be able to see what exactly he is. If he's not an undead, which skeletons can't actually move their lips, maybe an insight into what can and would look like a skeleton.
Okay. As doing so, you sense that it is undead. One moment. Let me get something up. So it gives you all the defenses?
Mhm.
How much do you... how much does it, do I have to go into detail of?
It's just a brief insight, is what it says. And the direct effect is you gain advantage on your first attack on the target's next turn, provided the spell hasn't ended. So, just bare minimum basics.
You sense that it is made completely out of bone, that it is a skeleton of sorts, and it is an undead creature. However, you also sense that it is a fiend as well, and it has immunities to fire and poison, it has condition immunities of being poisoned, damage resistance to cold, bludgeoning, piercing, slashing, and non-magical attacks that aren't silvered.
Okay. Which of the... Is Oberon or is Corrin closer to me right now?
Corrin.
Should be me, yeah.
Hey, Corrin.
Hey, how's it going?
We heard Infernal, right?
Yeah.
And the only other person who knows the way to the ship is standing behind us.
Bojangles?
Yeah.
He did this, didn't he?
Skeletons don't smile.
They don't have lips.
Oh, we get a kiss.
Alright. You're clearly not human. Nor were you ever. So, spill.
I never said I was human.
Yeah, it's very true. You didn't.
What
are you?
Why would you think I was human when I had a crew of Leonin?
Were you Leonin?
You don't look Leonin.
What do you mean I don't look Leonin? I have the skeleton of one, don't I?
Leonins don't have lips after they turn into skeleton.
I don't have lips either. I'm all bone.
That wasn't even a pun. I don't understand.
I know I'm a bit bone to be wild, but...
Oh, okay.
Terrible.
DM take 5 psychic damage.
But, all things considered, I don't have lips. You can even feel for yourself if you choose.
How will we get a kiss?
He
Alright,
he takes Oberon's paw, and he brushes up against his, lips, where his, teeth are. Where lips would be, like where his teeth is now. And he brushes it.
Feels like bones.
It just feels like bones to you.
I don't know, you guys. It just feels like bone to me. I don't really understand where this is coming from. Why would Bojangles kill his crew?
Not that I don't trust your sensation, but if that's the case, mind for a handshake? I would at least like to feel your metacarpals.
Why, certainly. He extends his hand willingly.
I shake his hand and simultaneously cast protection from evil and good on him.
What would that do for him?
Until the spell ends, one willing creature you touch is protected against a certain type of creatures, including aberrations, celestials, elementals, fae, fiends, and undead. Protection grants several benefits. The target cannot be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them. If the target is already by such a creature, they have advantage on any saving throw against the relevant save.
Wait, so you're casting it on him, giving him protection from you?
No, if he's being controlled or has an illusion spell put on him, I'm trying to nullify it.
Nothing happens.
Okay. Interesting.
Why did your hand sparkle, Mr. Mechanical Man?
Maybe a loose wire.
Well, I find it all quite electrifying then.
I get it.
Please stop getting it.
Now, are you done charging me with questions, or can we move on to a more positive room?
Absolutely.
positive because they're Leonin. I get it.
Bojangles, would you mind showing me the altar that you mentioned before? I'm a little bit curious about it.
Oh, of course. Follow me.
Da-di-da-di-da, following him.
As you walk up the steps into the front room, you see on the main deck there is a blue circle with a number of sigils in the middle of it, surrounded where there stands a neutral altar of a humanoid figure. Neutral, plain, nothing on it, no symbols or anything. This is where we would conduct our religions of sorts. Everyone had different religions on the ship, and we wanted a neutral zone for everybody to have their beliefs.
Did you say religion? I know a lot about religion. Can I roll religion?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. Not even that funny.
It's the way I said it, right? Anyways, rolling religion now. Thank you. Okay. 24.
One moment.
Insert religion here.
Embrace the power of religion.
The power of nondescript substantial figure compels you.
You recognize that this room feels as if a room full of... Okay, so you roll religion, and you notice that heavily predominating, there's a bunch of different religions, like a bunch of different essence of gods in here, but recently the most predominant one is one of Merkle.
Merkle, huh?
Steve Merkle.
God fucking damn it.
Known as, the Lord of Bones, or the Lord of Death, or otherwise known as the Reaper.
Yeah, this is good information.
Yeah, I relay that information to everybody.
Commonly worshipped by, necromancers.
Oh.
Your captain, who's a necromancer, who's also a doctor. Kind of an asshole, wasn't he?
I don't think they know about that part. Or I don't think Corin...
You would not know about that. Take
Yeah.
5 actual damage.
Sorry, Corin.
Oh. Oh yeah, Corn wouldn't. That's right. That was upstairs. I forgot about that. Shit. Ah, my fucking head. What? Ah. What?
A blood vessel pops in your head.
Oh,
Who?
poor guy.
Ah. Fucking headaches. I keep happening. Fuck. Anyways, hey, how's it going?
I think he's hypoglycemic.
No, I just like to fuck.
Nice.
Okay. So... will you relay the information of the dead?
Yeah.
Now, if Oberon was to put that together, that would make more sense.
Yeah, if you relay it.
I did.
Okay. And then he's gonna think here and he's gonna say, and you, turning to Bojangles, you said your captain was a necromancer and he was the one who kind of created this altar, right?
Yes.
Maybe my suspicions were accurate and he did have a hand in assuring that, you're still animated and existing as opposed to the rest of your crew, but I'm wondering why he for you and not for the others. Do you have any idea why?
I do not. Although, he did do a number of great surgeries in here.
Oh. Out of character saying, oh, I wonder if the Bojangles and the captain is gay. Bruno Mars is gay. But I wonder if the things y'all were looking at were surgery.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I don't think so.
Okay.
The bone,
Speaking out of character, this is just me talking to my party.
the bone looked like it was consistent, like non-grafted. More like it was mutated. So unless
The,
it was magic,
the bones were also very clean, like
Yeah.
white, very very white.
Oh,
Not to mention, it's nothing but pure necrotic, like
like they
magic emanating throughout the entire like floor of the ship that we're on,
and
specifically from that room with all the coffins.
Cactus did mention previously when describing the bodies that it seemed like it was a slow, meticulous removal of the flesh,
Yeah.
as if it was done surgically. But Oberon's just gonna say, what kind of surgeries? I mean, you speak as if it was a frequent occurrence. I can't imagine there'd be too many.
We were a very great pirate crew back in the day, wanted by a good number of governments, and we would take on heavy damage, and our dear captain, being the amazing doctor that he was, would patch us up by sewing on arms from people we captured, or sewing on legs, or stitching them up to us, working as if you might say a Frankenstein would.
Question: why were you guys losing so many limbs if if this was a common occurrence?
Oh,
You don't think that's odd?
well, when we arrived here, the place was flooded with furies and all kinds of manner of devils and such.
Uh-huh.
Interesting. Oberon's gonna kind of just like be thinking a little bit.
Hey, Bojangles, do you remember what kind of man this your captain was? What kind of guy was he? Was he a cool guy? Was he details, man?
He was a He pauses for a moment. The best way I could describe my captain is a comedic doctor. He was a very
Interesting.
He was a very funny man. He made lots of jokes. He was
Hold on.
He made lots of jokes. He made all kinds of mannerisms, and he, of course, was a very, very jolly man. Very passionate about his work.
I want to ask this question, like, out of character, like, as me. Did you base the captain off of Faust from Guilty Gear?
I've never played Guilty Gear.
Oh my god, because you're basically just describing Faust, who's a doctor and wears a paper bag on his head, and he's fucking weird as hell, but he's funny as hell at the same time.
giant scalpel, dumbass with a freaking.
He's amazing.
He uses a wheelchair weapon.
Yeah,
I'm thinking
he's
more
awesome.
of Stein from Soul Eater.
Yeah. In character, Oberon wants to ask Bojangles. I know you haven't retained a lot of your memories, but do you happen to remember the name of your captain? And furthermore, have you seen his body amongst the rest of the crew yet?
I believe his name was Dr. von Ludwig.
Nice.
He was a man, I guess you could say. Although, wasn't organic, you could say as well.
Ludwig making a return? Okay. And you haven't seen his body yet?
No. Although the doctor was very adamant that if this crew was to die, he would continue on.
I mean, that's reasonable, I suppose.
He was only our doctor on the ship, and he made a contract before that if the captain was to dismiss him, he would go.
Oh, I thought the captain and the doctor were the same person.
Yeah, that's what I thought you said earlier.
Okay. So,
Not saying they still couldn't be.
that's fair.
All right.
Who knows? It might be same person.
Well, Bojangles, now, we've got you here. Do you think he's kind of changing the subject, feeling the tension in the air, not really sure what's going on? You're back here on the ship. Do you think this is an okay place for you to live now?
I think so. Although I would like to try to find my captain.
Are you... I mean, I know you were looking through the captain logs. Was there any indication as to where he may have gone?
No. He did document everything up until the point, but nothing. All that's left on the last page is Sir von Stroheim.
Just, I'm just going to spitball this really quick because I'm kind of curious. Any chance that you... Oh, now stay with me now. That you are the captain?
That would be preposterous. I'm not the captain. Sure, I worked on the ship, but I don't believe I'm the captain, no.
Can I roll something to see if he's lying?
You may.
What kind of roll? Like investigation?
Roll me insight.
Okay. I got 13.
You did not pass. You don't think he's lying.
Seems legit to me.
Well, Bojangles, now that you're back here and the rest of your crew is passed, you are the captain now, I'd say. You think it'd be appropriate for you to take that title now?
No.
No?
No.
Why?
I do not... Knowing that I'm still here, I still want to find my original captain. Dead or alive, he is still my captain.
I mean, it's fair, but why don't you, second in command that shit, captain, temporary. Yeah.
I do not wish to take upon the burden of the ship to myself as a captain, for that was my captain's to bear, and that was his title that he held. Doing such to take his title away just because he's dead would be a disgrace to him.
I think that's very fair and very noble of you, Bojangles. I know that you said the journal didn't indicate where he went, but would you mind if I took a look to see if we could find any clues about, an idea of where he possibly could be now?
In time, my friend, I just wish to keep this with me for a while, as it's the last thing I get to see of my captain.
That's fair. I understand, Bojangles. And he's going to give him a reassuring pat on his shoulder.
Corin's gonna, go stand next to Corona and, kind of whisper in his ear. Hey, we found him a new house. We can go, right?
I mean, that's a thought. But I just had another one.
Oh. Do share.
He's dead, clearly, right?
I mean, technically, he doesn't have a heart, so I guess it does technically make him
But
dead.
he's moving, right?
Reanimated, yes.
Why is he special, and why is the rest of the crew not moving?
I was wondering the same thing. Hey, Bud Jangles, I got a question for you there, guy.
Yes?
Do you know how to speak, read, or write in Infernal?
What is infernal?
Can I roll insight to see if he's lying?
I don't really know how you would roll to know how someone's lying about them knowing a language. It's not like you're speaking the language to him.
No, it's always the notion of, like, is he giving off a tell? Although,
Yeah.
you know, he is a skeleton, so he doesn't really
He
have
doesn't
facial.
really have tells. That's a good
Yeah.
point.
Again, you wouldn't be able
fair
to
enough.
tell if he's lying or not to your face about this because it's a spoken language.
But there is one thing I want to do. Can I do an Arcana check on him?
You may.
Mm, 23.
As soon as you start peering into his magic, you stop. And you feel as if you got cut off. You feel cold. And you're a robot.
Hmm.
I know well enough to know that is not supposed to happen. What do you know?
What do you mean?
There are details of what happened here and why you are animated and they aren't, that you're not sharing.
And how do you suppose that? I've told you everything that I know. I've shared with you everything that I can. And just as you've promised, you've brought me to a new home. What are you
In which
trying?
case,
Are you trying to imply that I did something to my beloved crew while I just got back onto a ship to see all my friends dead?
Korn is going to speak in Infernal for the moment.
mhm.
I think you killed. I think you're the captain. I think you're the guy who did all of this. I think you're the one that killed the crew, and you somehow did some sort of magic that caused this to happen.
Are you trying to be inflammatory?
Just work with me here, Corona.
Mm.
As you do, he responds to you in the same... He doesn't respond to you in Infernal, but he hears you and he looks to you and he looks pissed. How dare you? How dare you accuse me of doing anything to my crew? How dare you even accuse me of doing anything to the crew that I loved and cherished? You waltzed
Hey.
into my home
Hey,
and
guy.
destroyed it? You
Yeah,
killed it?
that wasn't me. I just want to throw this out there. You lied to me. You said you didn't know what Infernal was, but you knew what I said.
What is infernal, though? I understand what you're saying. You sound as if you normally do. Are you speaking?
Yeah, it's another language that, not everybody can speak. Me and Corona here, and he kind of motions pointing at me and himself and Corona. We can speak Infernal. And apparently you can too, my friend.
So, key thing, he doesn't speak it because
He
Oberon.
just we just heard it back.
Oberon could understand what he was saying. He was just
He was able
What?
to interpret
he was
it.
able to interpret it, not respond in Infernal.
That is an important distinction. And out of character, just to my party. Hi, guys.
Hey, how's it going?
I wonder if this isn't like an intentional him being a sneaky deaky thing. I think he either genuinely doesn't remember or there is some kind of other thing happening.
There's some
I-
fuckery afoot.
There's fuckery afoot, no doubt.
I
But
don't think he's
the
responsible.
Bojangles we know, as he understands it, it's possible that he is innocent. That his character as we know it. But there may be some other things going on that would have put him at fault, considering that. And with the surgeries, I wonder if he ever performed on himself, and that would be why he can understand infernal but have no. Or he's not the doctor, and the doctor performed surgery on him. And
The
that
other
is
thing
why.
is they did mention that they stitch together corpses a lot from demons.
Mm-hmm.
So it wouldn't surprise me if he has a portion of a demon.
Yeah, exactly.
But that being said, if that was the case, my protection from good and evil should have fixed something.
I don't know.
Your good and evil had no effect. That you can discern, anyways.
This is a fun mystery. I like this. This is obviously still out of character, but Cactus, I like this. Thank you for a mystery to figure out.
It is. This is a good one. Not a character. It tastes like a possession.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not sure how to prove if it is.
But then also, he did describe the doctor as being a funny guy, and he's a funny guy himself. But that could also be a coincidence.
I mean, that's why Corrin tried to kind of bait him into admitting something unintentionally or not. That's why he spoke in a different language.
He could understand you. He just responded in normal, common tongue.
I mean, that's fine, but that if I speak in Infernal and he responds in Common, that means he understands Infernal.
Yep.
And he said that he didn't know what Infernal was, so clearly some fuckery is afoot.
I agree with you entirely.
Hence why I did that whole thing.
And you did great. That was a really good idea doing that.
Here is something for you to think on. If he has lost memories, and he understands a tongue but doesn't know what it is that his fault?
Exactly. That's the thing is if he himself is, a bad character or if there's someone else at play.
You know what? Hey, Bojangles.
Yes?
How well do you know the doctor?
I would say pretty decent. He was very good friends with me, at least. We shared a good number of drinks together.
Do you know his favorite bone?
Oh, that would be... Oh, it's silly. It's the funny bone.
I fucking knew it!
It's rather humorous for me as well.
Ooh.
Corrin thinks for a second. The funny bone's not real.
It's a bundle of nerves. It's not a bone.
I didn't mean to make any synapses for you.
Terrible. Garbage.
Corrin's current mood right now.
That's perfect. Good.
So, if you know the doctor so well, what were his motivations?
Well, the doctor seeked out great amounts of knowledge and wealth in that knowledge. He said before that he wished to become a acclaimed doctor, trying to solve some kind of curse that he had back at home. Some kind of plague affecting as many people.
Mm-hmm. Did he ever tell you what the effects of the plague were?
He said it came from some kind of port town. That there was a good number of people there and that there was some kind of songstress of the sea that would prevent them from leaving. He was able to escape and come here, and here we are.
It wasn't an affliction similar to my friend here, was it?
No. This land he came from was what he said much different from this one.
Hmm.
You spoke of shadows and such, as if they were real things.
Wait a minute. Oh dear. I'm having flashbacks of a different.
And that's what I didn't want to like be metagaming, but I'm like, he did say his name was Ludwig before, and I'm like, and he wasn't. He was a little bit not. What was I can't remember the descriptor. Not fully biological. There was something there implying he may be warforged, but there's no reason Oberon would ask it, so I can't, give you a leading question. And I don't want to metagame here, but I was thinking about it. I'm like, interesting.
Drinks.
But I couldn't remember what Ludwig's what was it called? His class was. I don't remember him being a necromancer.
No, he's a shadow
mage, right?
Yes.
Ah.
And a bard.
And a bar. He could make some good fucking alcohol too.
Hell yeah.
They did share a good many drinks with each other.
Oh fuck! You did say that.
Yeah.
Nice. But I can't use information about a game, obviously.
Mm.
Oh boy.
Sweet Ludwig.
Do you remember what he looked like?
Yes, he wore some kind of. At the time, he wore black pants, some kind of like red cloak and shirt. He had like the stethoscope of many doctors, and his face was rather metallic. He said he always wore a mask of some sort, but I never understood why he wore the mask.
Was he warforged?
He looked like a warforged, however, he had biological parts to him. And he also had some kind of... The black pants that he wore were all ragged and such, and you could never see his feet.
He wasn't. Never mind. Again, I don't want to metagame.
Out of character, what is your question?
I was gonna ask if there was a skeleton inside of him. Which is such a stupid question, and Oberon has no reason asking that question.
I turned him undead. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
You turned him into a shade, is what you did.
Yeah. I'll get some rice.
But I say nothing because Oberon is only slightly suspicious of Bojangles and is mostly concerned about a grieving friend. He knows what it's like to grieve over fallen Leonins. So he's not asking any more leading questions. In fact, he's going to say, I don't understand why the two of you are interrogating Bojangles. He is clearly struggling to deal with the loss of his crew, and I understand it can be nice to reminisce, but he's clearly struggling to maintain memories, and I think you're upsetting him a little. Maybe we should give him some...
Sorry, you giant hairy marshmallow. There's just a crew of Leonin, and I'm concerned about our Leonin, alright?
That's fair, especially considering the things we've seen thus far, but
oh my goodness.
I think we should be considerate.
Oh my goodness, it appears to be coming into the night. Shall we,
oh man.
Shall we take rest for the night?
I just want to make my case as to why the interrogation. I like the mystery here. What's with all the dead bodies? He's the only witness to what's going on. Why wouldn't we interrogate him?
The thing is, he's not a witness. He wasn't here as far as he remembers and as far as we know.
Witness that means he's still technically a witness.
He was here. He knows the most about this place. And you want to walk up to anybody else out there in the fucking desert and ask, hey, do you guys know anything about that fucking pirate ship in the middle of the desert?
Listen,
I don't know,
understand both of your points, but Bojangles may be right. A rest may do all of us some good and may give him some time to process.
With all these coffins around here, I'm sure we'll get some Good needed dead rest.
Okay, Bojangles. Okay, buddy.
Heavy?
I like that one.
Something? Anything?
What?
Anyone have anything heavy?
Heavy?
Heavy.
I can punch really hard.
I'm heavy.
I don't want you sleeping on top of the coffins. I just don't want the coffins to open in the middle of the night and gorge us.
Yo, that's fair as heck. I probably... Oh! Ooh. I have a rib cage and some scraps of metal. I could make a metal rib cage. Do you think that'd be heavy enough to keep it closed?
Why wouldn't a normal rib cage be heavy enough?
I mean, rib cages aren't that heavy, I feel like.
True.
They're just bones.
I guess that would...
You're just bones.
As you pull out the rib cage and scraps metal, he says, "Oh, why do you have a rib cage with you?"
I picked it up, and sometimes my my friend here, pointing to Blueford, he likes to have something to snack on.
I see.
But don't worry, he's very polite. He won't go for your rib cage.
Where is your dog, by chance?
Oh man. Well, he was rolling on some sand above deck. I guess I should take him in for bed. I'm gonna go above deck and look for Blueford.
Blueford is gone.
Can I use my connection with him to try to figure out where he is?
You can, and as you try to do so, you almost feel as if you know where he is, and then it shuts off.
Okay, guys, now maybe I could be a little bit worried because I can't complete my connection with Blueford, and not in like a way that like something's necessarily wrong with him, but something is blocking our telepathic link.
Corona?
You have your gun.
No, that's not what I was gonna say. We gotta go find Blueford.
Yeah, I agree.
Get my gun, though.
Also, can we even... Is there anything keeping us on the ship?
Besides the 50-foot drop to sand below? Not really.
I'm gonna quickly look over the edge of the ship and see if I notice any tracks or blood anywhere.
Nope.
I don't think he got off the ship.
Can I do... I mean, I don't know if anything I can do is going to help me if I can't establish our mental connection, but...
Hey, Oberon, I have a question for you.
Yeah, what's up, dude?
How do you turn into a bird?
Oh my god.
Have you turned me into a bird?
You have your gun. No, I haven't turned him into a bird.
No, you can turn me into a bird. I can go up high and look around.
If you really want to be a bird, I guess we can do that. Let me just pull up...
That sounds like fun.
My polymorph. Let me find it.
Why don't you just wild shape into a bird yourself?
As I don't do that.
No, but Oberon does.
I'd rather stay on the ship and keep looking for him here, to be honest, and he really wants to be a bird.
How do you turn into a bird?
With polymorph. It's a spell, and poof, here you go.
Caw.
Bojangles comes back down. Well, I would love to help you look for your friend, but I think it's better if we get some sleep first. He is still on the ship somewhere, so he probably just went to go look for a slumbering place.
Corn is flying around the ship.
I'm sorry, Bojangles. I can't go to sleep without him. You know, he's basically the other half of my Leonin pile. I need to find him before I get to sleep. I can't rest thinking that something might have happened to him. But you go ahead and get your rest. You know, I understand it's late, but I need to find Blueford.
He goes and he begins to rest in a corner somewhere. What will you all do?
Now we're gonna fly up high and search for Blueford.
You are a bird. You think like a bird. You do not know what Blueford is as a bird. You are a
What
bird.
the fuck?
I'm pretty sure they keep
Probably more
their,
stats.
yeah, so you do returners. Let me just read the details. Being a beast, the target's game statistics, including mental ability scores, are replaced by the statistics of the chosen beast. It retains its alignment and personality. But I'm making you a falcon. Falcons are smart. And also falcons are tracking birds, aren't they?
Yes.
Or they're like messenger birds. I feel like they'd be able to have recognition.
They're hunting birds.
Yeah. I feel like
I could be a trained bird.
I mean, if you want him to be for sure like a messenger bird, then you could do a pigeon.
Pigeons
all right,
are
you're a pigeon.
You are now a pigeon.
What message am I delivering?
You're a tracking pigeon, messenger
You
pigeon.
gotta find
As
Blueford.
you say this, you coo.
Go find Blueford. Tell him that Oberon's looking for him.
Corin, it's cooing and bird. You guys are assholes.
You attempt to fly around. You are now... Roll me a d20.
Uh-oh.
I got an even 10.
All right.
You are flying around the main deck in circles in each room.
I mean, at least I guess he has a better angle.
Something like that. I just, he's also not being a bird. I'm just trying to do something nice for the guy.
Are you going to go to the lower decks? Oberon?
Yeah, if he's not on the top or mid, I'll go lower.
You go to the lower decks. There is an upper and a lower room full of coffins, as well as a middle room full of cannons and all kinds of cannonballs and barrels and such.
Now that I'm further down here, I'm gonna try to establish the mental connection with Blueford again.
You feel as if it's closer, but you don't exactly know why.
And something better not have fucking happened to Blueford. I'm gonna poop my pants and cry about it. Okay. Can I do a perception on the lower deck and just see if anything looks like it's been moved lately? Because I assume most things are covered in dust. I'm specifically looking for like things that have dust moved off of them. I don't know if that would be investigation or perception.
Investigation.
Okay. I was a nat 20 plus 2.
Nice.
Nice cock.
Nice cock.
No, you're a pigeon.
Cuckoo.
You notice that the stairway is going to the lowest part of the deck.
Suck my
Is
cuckoo.
no longer covered in dust.
Can I tell if they are like paw prints or is it just like
Just no
No
dust.
okay? That could be more than just Blueford. Corona, you're coming with me, right?
Yep.
Oh, hi, Vincent, buddy. Hi, baby boy. Whoa, he's on the back of my chair right now. Hello. He's gonna turn to Corona
Wow.
and just say, I don't know if it's Blueford down here or if there's something else going on. Just in case. Oh my god, Vincent. Just in case, be ready, okay?
As you walk down the steps, you hear low groaning and moaning as if something's in pain. And it sounds like a dog.
Oh man. Hey baby. I want to go towards the sound the sound.
Okay. You get closer, and this is what you see.
Oh no, I'm so scared.
Oh. Oh dear.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't think that's Bluebird.
You hear groans of pain coming from it. And what happens is as it sits there, it looks over at you and it whines and you get a full connection.
Oh no.
That is Blueford now.
Sorry, I was looking at the sheet because it's a very cool creature.
You feel its pain, that it's in pain. As Blueford, just like its brothers, has the ability to absorb mana.
Oh, that's right.
But unlike the other dogs that got bloated from it, he started absorbing a shit ton of necrotic energy. This is what he turned into.
Oberon is going to very slowly approach him, and in their mental connection, he's just going to say, Blueford, is that you? Oh, Blueford, what happened to you, buddy? He's going to just run over and wrap his arms around him.
You then hear some shaking of the ship, and you hear a thump as something loud dropped from the ceiling behind you.
Mm.
So is it between me and Oberon, or is it behind both of us?
Behind both of you.
Hate to break up this moment, but I think we have company.
Oberon's gonna turn to face the noise, but he's gonna like stand in front of Blueford, like shielding him.
As you do so, you see a large figure. It is a figure that is bony, covered in spikes all over with a tail with fluttering butterfly-like wings. Its mouth has a toothy grin, its eyes piercing red, as its legs extrude high as it stands up on both feet. It looks completely pitch white, almost like pure bone, and it has a toothy grin and smile to it, as well as it has some kind of cloak to it of sorts. Black on the bottom, red on the top. Oh, I didn't know I was going to have distinguished guests today.
That voice pattern.
Who the hell are you?
I am Dr. von Ludwig, for it is a pleasure to meet you.
You're about to be Dr. Von Ass-Kicked.
Is
Sick
there a
burn.
reason you're in the bottom of my ship?
Did you do this to the dog?
I had no such creation in that creature. My surgeries are more unique and clean than that.
Edward.
Oh no.
Shut the fuck up.
Oberon's gonna speak up and say, to Corona. I think you might be right. I think this is more similar to the magic absorption we saw throughout the rest of his pack back in the place that we were at before, the port town. However, he's going to direct his attention back to Ludwig. I still don't trust you. What are you doing on this long-abandoned ship?
Why should I trust you? After all, you are invaders to my ship. And what I'm doing here is part of my business, as it is part of the ship that I am on and am contracted to.
We brought home a member of the crew as guests.
This is true, we did. He's up in... I don't know where he's sleeping. He's sleeping somewhere. I think on the middle deck.
Another part of the crew? I highly doubt it. Most left long ages ago, or died.
He seems to be dead, that is correct.
But very much alive, nonetheless.
You might need to check in with the captain, then. After all, he doesn't like stowaways on a ship. Yo-ho-ho-ho-ho-ho.
The captain is still here as well.
Why, yes, he is. The captain, well, he did go on an expedition. He is here on the ship.
In bird form, am I still on the same floor?
Yep, you're just
That
flying
we left
around.
up?
You're just flying around in circles.
Oh, okay. I was gonna see. I still see Bojangles. Just happened to see him.
Do you see Bojangles?
I don't know. Do I?
No.
I mean, I'm a bird. I can't fucking do anything about it.
No, you don't see Bojangles.
Oh, okay.
Listen, it's completely fair to want to introduce ourselves and get things sorted out. From your perspective, I'm certain it looks like we are trespassing, and I apologize for that. But right now, I need to help my friend, and I hope you can understand that.
And who might this friend be?
He's gonna gesture to Blueford in his new Marrow Stalker form.
Edward.
Shut up, you. Take 5 damage.
Yeah, fuck you.
No, I don't wanna.
Too bad.
No, I don't wanna.
Eat some shorts while you're at it.
You want 10 instead?
No. Edward. Yeah, I did it again.
Take 5 damage.
Fuck you.
So, what happens is, he says, well, I could do a surgery if you wish to have some medical assistance. Yo!
No offense, but I would prefer it if you didn't perform surgery on my friend until I could figure out what exactly needs to be done. Believe it or not, I have seen something like this before, and maybe a medical hand could be useful, but I would prefer to try to figure this out prior to you making any kind of insertion. I hope you can understand that.
That being said, it is very nice of you to offer.
He appears to be bloated with wild kinds of magic.
Oh man. Okay, yeah, you have a good eye.
I am a doctor, after all, of magic and science.
What would you do if we said yes?
I would cut him open, cut out the abnormal bone, and start by pumping out half his blood, zipping him back up, and, well, using lots and lots of magic.
And you would do this simply because you like performing these surgeries?
I would do this because you need to bleed him dry and have the magic reconstitute his tissue. Raw magic is simply waiting to be used. The more it sits, the bigger it grows.
Can I do an arcana to see if this relatively makes sense?
You may.
24.
You understand the gist of it. It's the basics of, like, the very basics form of magic. You give the flow of energy a way to go, and it follows the path. So, if he was to bleed him dry, or half to almost death, and then force healing magic through it, it would burn the raw magic away. And then he'd do it again, and again, and again, until there was no magic left.
I'll turn to Oberon and give him
I will admit it will be painful, but it will also save your friend.
I don't
Can I
think...
do a quick medicine check on Blueford just to feel where he is medically at right now and to try to sense maybe what I can do for him?
You may.
I'm wary of this guy. Well, okay, that's an 18.
He is 20% infected with this magic, and it is slowly building inside him, as well as he is on the path of becoming bloated.
Okay.
You see, this is what happens when you roll in weird sand, Blueford.
Hey, don't blame Blueford. It's not his fault, and he's gonna turn to Blueford and he's gonna like pet his head, and be like, "It's not your fault. Or we'll figure this out. It's gonna be okay."
It'll be okay.
Edward.
Take 5 more damage.
Fuck you.
Hey, you're a fucking hater.
You deserve it.
I deserve nothing.
What's your health sitting at over there, huh?
I'm still over 100, baby. I'm all right.
We did take a long rest before this.
This is true.
Did we?
Yeah, we did.
Oh, fuck you.
Fuck. Oberon is going to look at Corona, and he's gonna say, I think maybe talking to Bojangles about just verifying this man would be helpful. Do you think you can try to go find him? I know he's sleeping, but I think this is important.
Yeah. Give me just a moment. But are you sure you're gonna be okay with just him then?
I'll be fine.
Okay.
And I'll stay here with Blueford.
I shall go get my magical things ready. As he walks back into the shadows and jumps to the ceiling. Shoom, the ship rocks.
Damn, you a freak. Out of character. Why would that be psychic damage?
Fuck you, that's why.
Fuck.
I'm gonna go back upstairs, and first things first, I'm gonna look up at the sky. Corin,
So, Corin, but before you go there, Corona, Corin, what you see is a large figure begin to rattle and shrink back into size and then collapse on the ground.
Also, I think it's fair to say my concentration is broken and polymorph is probably ended.
It is. Corin, you are now... You fall from the sky onto the floor. Back into yourself.
oh, Corin, there you are.
Do I remember everything?
Roll me an intelligence save.
Oh, let's fucking go. That's a 28.
You do.
Hey, guys.
Yeah?
Bojangles is bad.
Why?
You said he went to sleep, right? I didn't see him. I was flying around for a while. It was fun.
Do you know where he is now?
Points at the thing that he saw fall over, collapse. I think.
I'm gonna start walking over towards it. Is it moving or no?
Get a really big stick.
Gonna do a quick perception. Is it moving?
No.
Corin also clutches his head.
It looks
Man,
like,
my head hurts.
It looks like Bone jangles and seems to be sleeping.
And you're certain this is what you saw fall?
Yeah. And he wasn't... I didn't see Bojangles for a while. Anyways, what happened down there? Did you guys find Blueford? Because I didn't see him.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, that doesn't sound pleasant.
No.
What happened?
Bojangles look like Miss America.
Wait, Bojangles and Miss America? What?
Does not look good.
Oh.
Looks like he's absorbed all that necrotic energy we were feeling.
Oh. Yeah, necrotic damage is no bueno.
He turned into a tar monster.
A tar monster? You're making that up.
Would you like to go see for yourself?
No, it's okay.
You're coming with me.
Well, don't you want to... Didn't you come up here for a reason?
Yes, I came here for that, but now I'm kind of worried.
About?
Waking that up.
Just get a stick.
I don't think waking it up with a stick is going to be helpful.
We'll just kill it. Fuck it.
Hmm.
We kill everything else, Corona. Come on now. We can kill whatever the hell that thing is.
Touche. But assuming that the
Corin pulls up his gun out of his holster. He just shakes it with a smile on his face.
if Bojangles is a friend and we're not getting the whole picture, I don't want to blow him up yet. But we can. Later. If there's no way to fix this. I'm gonna go over to Bojangles' flopped face, and no, you are not Gintoki.
Wait, not gonna what?
I'm gonna go over to Bojangles' flopped body and kind of nudge him. Are you awake?
What is it?
I have a question for you, Bojangles.
This late at night, you have a question for me again. I thought you were done interrogating me.
I mean, I was, but this is just a curiosity thing.
Yes.
You're a skeleton, right?
To my knowledge, yes.
Why are you sleeping? Do skeletons need to sleep?
I don't really know why.
You just do it?
That's something, I guess, I guess it's something that conscientiously my mortal self just continues to do, even if it doesn't serve a purpose. Similar to how I puff out my chest when I breathe. It's just something I do.
Okay, that seems fair.
You know, that is actually fair. You can get used to it out of habit.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine even if I, died and became a skeleton, I too would also breathe, knowing that I don't breathe. Don't need to breathe.
I agree. Makes sense. That said, what did you dream of then?
I was dreaming of meeting two people that needed help with some kind of bone something or another.
That's what I thought. You're not dreaming.
What do you mean?
You're sharing a body.
Oh, don't be preposterous. This is my own body.
You're sharing it with the doctor.
What do you mean? The doctor's nowhere around here.
That's
After
what
all,
we
I know what my body is inside my body.
Hey, this
And
might sound
nobody knows it better than me.
Oh,
Yeah, that was a good one.
that is good, man. Can I ask you something, Bojangles? And I apologize if this is intrusive. Can I look inside of your skull?
Sure. He takes his skull off and hands it to you.
Can I roll like an investigation to see what I see inside of it?
Nothing.
Nothing.
I can tell you right now, there's nothing in there.
Fuck.
Brainless.
I'm gonna keep this. He just kind of holds it like a baby. Holds the skull like a baby.
I told you I'm nothing but bones.
Humor me. Me and Oberon were just below deck, looking for Blueford. We found Blueford. And subsequently, a creature who introduced himself as the Doctor, Ludwig, fell from the ceiling and offered to give us help fixing him.
The doctor is here? I must find him. Where is the great doctor then?
He was describing the same situation. We were in the same situation that you just described you were dreaming about.
That can't be. I was sleeping right here. After all, it's quite a walk down those steps to the bottom of the deck where you had your dog, isn't it? I couldn't have possibly gone down there and gone back up.
Yeah.
You saw him fall here?
I saw something fall here. Like when I was flying around, I didn't see Bojangles when I was flying around. Apparently pigeons aren't that smart, but I remember everything. And I don't remember seeing him here. And then suddenly something fell. And then here Bojangles was.
So not that we don't trust you, but suspend your disbelief for a little bit. I think you are sharing a body.
I feel you.
Awesome.
Oh, stop this now. You're just pulling some elaborate prank on me. I know we had a hard time getting off the start, and you did blow up my house, but there's no need to play such cruel jokes on a man.
I assert that it is no joke.
I would ask you to please stop playing such a cruel joke, especially on a grieving person. You're not becoming the best of yourself, especially not giving the best introduction for yourself either.
Why exactly are you so fixated on the notion that I'm joking?
Because? Why would you because you seem to be such a funny character when you were down below, trying to do something helpful. And you've made jokes before. Why wouldn't you make jokes now? After all...
Think about it this way, Bojangles. This guy had a fucking cathedral and is in a jar. What makes it so impossible the fact that you couldn't be sharing a body like you have split personality disorder?
Because the doctor is twice as tall as I am.
That's a good point.
Yeah, but doesn't he not have feet?
You also did see him shrink, Corin. That was a very specific detail.
That's right. I did see that.
The doctor is twice as tall as me, and he doesn't have a foot to speak of. He pulls his leg off and goes, whoa, and grabs a wall. I have legs.
That was the other thing that seemed a little bit strange from who the quote-unquote doctor said he was going to talk to. He said he was going to speak to the captain, and the captain is still aboard the ship. I don't think that if, per se, you are sharing a body with the doctor, and that's not a joke, that you're only sharing a body with the doctor.
Look, this joke has gone too far. I am done. If you wish to speak to me, I will be on the top deck. Please come and catch me and fetch me once you are done playing these awful, terrible jokes on a grieving man.
I'm going to lean over to Corin. I think he might be the whole crew.
Goran pulls his gun out. Don't worry. I have my gun. But I think you're right.
I'm gonna go down below deck.
He smiles again.
Not yet. Not yet. You come with me.
Goran laughs and puts his gun away.
Oberon,
What?
we have a problem.
What is it?
We think they're all the same person.
How could that even be possible? I mean, why don't you just bring Bojangles down here?
He's mad at me now. Again.
He thinks we're playing a prank on him, but, you know, I'm pretty sure we're right, and we're not pranking him. Like, I'm like 99.99 percent right, spot on for this.
Well, even if that is the case, that he is multiple people inside of one body, that doesn't mean much necessarily. Except that, you know, obviously he's got his stuff going on, but...
And he killed his entire crew.
Well, we don't know which part of him did that.
I mean,
Part of
same
the crew.
body.
Part of the ship, part of the crew.
I mean, I bet you 10 gold pieces. He is the captain right now.
Ludwig, are you still here?
Who is Ludwig?
I don't remember what his full name was. The doctor.
Dr. Ludwig.
Von Ludwig.
Von Ludwig, yeah.
Von Ludwig, are you still in this room? That was me, as Oberon asking in the room.
As you say this, the ship itself has another shake and a thump behind you. And out from the darkness is once again the doctor. For I am here. Ho, 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 ho.
I'm still considering your offer for the procedure, but would you mind introducing us to the captain? I feel like it must be awfully rude for us to be here performing an entire surgery, you know, under his deck without even properly being introduced, and I don't want to be rude or misstep in his, you know, ship. Would it be possible if we could meet the captain?
You may, but there is one thing to be noted. Me and the captain rarely get along these days. He runs the ship, of course, but I tend to the crew, and, well, you can say that we come from different walks of life. Him and I. And if you wish to speak to him, you may speak to him alone. I have no want to see that man anymore.
Of fucking course. I knew that was gonna fucking come. Alright, that's fine. Out of character, obviously. That's fine. You know, I understand. I appreciate you and your willingness to work with us as strangers.
You can find the captain's quarters. You will find the captain on the top deck. I will send for him to be there.
Can you take us there? We don't know where it is.
You managed to make your way from the top deck to the bottom deck. I do not play myself for stupid, and nor do you.
It's okay, so why don't you want to take us up to the captain?
I just told you, me and him disagree on many things.
I mean, you don't have to see
And
the guy.
we-
You just got to take us to the room he's at.
When you live as long as I have, for as long as I do, grudges begin to form bigger than just conversations.
I have one question.
Ask.
Have you ever conducted a procedure to move a soul from one vessel to another?
I had written notes about it. Being that's one of the many contention points with my medicine with the dear captain. But upon doing so, we did arrange for one experiment to be done, but it never saw the light of day, or no fruit of it.
Are you
Such frivolous morals.
Are you certain about that?
I am quite certain, yes. We were supposed to transfer maybe the soul of one man to a body of some devil. Oh, but no, he did not like that. No. He said no and did not, and threatened me with my life if I dare say so. So, we did a truce. I would not do that, and I would not. Well, that's a closed contract. Either way, we did not go through with said experiment, even though it's unproven that it could happen, theoretically. Anyways, the morals of man do not concern me none more. After all, I'm just bone.
Interesting. Corin is going to lean over to whisper to Corona. Hey, you remember the thing that I did to the Aboleth in the underwater city?
Remind me.
Remember that time I scared the ever-living piss out of him?
Yeah.
You think that would work on him?
I mean, you could try, but it might get us attacked.
I mean, that's a good point. Huh.
The creature is immune from charming due to your spell.
Well, that's okay. I wasn't gonna do a spell. I was gonna roll intimidation.
If you want, you can try him.
You know what? I think I will. I rolled a 28.
He'll roll intimidation back. $28. A tie.
Stand off!
You both stare at each other intently, but neither one of you is budging.
Interesting.
I do not have times for these games. If you wish to see me, then I will be here. Otherwise, I'll go arrange for the captain to see you. I'll send one of the other people on the ship to do it. He walks back into the shadows, and you feel the ship rock and shake. Thump, as he leaves.
Alright,
I would say this guy's pissing me off.
a tad, but might as well head up.
If I see that
I'm
doctor
gonna
again,
stay
I'm
here
shooting
with
him.
Buford. I hope that's okay with you guys.
Yeah, we understand.
Okay, bye. Good luck. Later, losers.
Bluford leans into you, and as he feels, you hear very much whining as he's in great pain.
My poor baby boy. I'm just gonna hold him real tight.
As you get up to the top deck, there stands a man with a... Let me give you an image, so you know. Let me get the image for you one moment.
Take your time.
Post it in D&D Adventure.
Ooh.
That's rad.
Gender envy.
And then let me get you the image for the other one. That is the image for the doctor.
Oh, that's also cool as fuck.
Spicy.
So, you get upstairs. So, someone has boarded my ship. What brings you to the Great Pause, friend? I hear you need to talk to me about something going on my ship. The dear doctor informed me through an asset that, well, you want surgery done. I don't know why you'd want surgery done by such a papist, decrepit, and dumb doctor as him. But if you really want your friend to die, then I guess he's the best way to do it.
I would like to make the argument that my gun would probably be the best way for my friend to die. But we don't want him to die, so, you know.
What is a man but a miserable pile of secrets?
Sick reference.
A man is a bag of shit.
So, can you tell me then why you've boarded my ship, dragged it out of the dear sandy grave that it was once in, of the resting place, and pulled my decrepit bones from the dead to awaken once more?
We needed to find a house for our friend Bojangles.
Bojangles is not one of my crew.
Yeah, he couldn't remember his name. He's very adamant about that.
Could you describe the man to me?
Well, he's a skeleton, so no.
He still has his afro.
But he gave me a compass, and he holds out the compass to the captain.
Ah. Excellent. Well, it seems that my navigator's returned.
The navigator. Hey, what's his name?
Breckles.
I'm sorry, did you say Breckles?
Breckles.
That's amazing.
Is there something funny?
I find a lot of things funny, but, you know.
Don't insult my crew.
I know, I actually really like Breckles, aka Bojangles. He's like, it's like, I like him more than this guy.
He takes the compass from you.
Yeah, you can have that, that's fine.
I'll be sure to give this back to my navigator.
Alright. I mean, I could also do it. He's my friend, too.
And he is part of my crew.
Yeah, but he's my friend.
I do not care.
I don't care that he's your navigator.
So, if you want my
Yeah.
blessing to get that horror doctor's work done here, then sure, why not? Get yourself cut up for all I care. Just get
Thank you.
off my ship as soon as possible.
Before we do, Mr. Captain, how long have you been here?
Son, that's none of your damn business.
Do you remember?
For I do. A great number of decades.
You were always here.
Yes. I sat
You
here
know-
with every dead man on this boat.
You never recall a cave.
You mean the blasted temple I sent my navigator into? Yes, I do.
Yeah, why was he in that cave?
You mean temple. He was in that
Eh,
temple
tomato.
because he was a great navigator. He was good at navigating those pitiful dungeons and cave systems. One for the sea and one for the land, I'd say. But he didn't come back.
That's pretty fucking cool there, mate.
He didn't come back for a good number of days. It was rather alarming, but I trusted him with great will.
Yar, he made it in there, mate.
We found him there. But there seems to be a very strange circumstance with him.
And what might that be?
He seems not himself.
We all change, son, through the years.
Yeah, tell me about it. I know exactly what you mean.
Being oneself is a bit hard to be when you're all bones.
Yeah, I had that same problem when I was a kid, but hair just kept growing everywhere. It was really weird.
Dwarves don't go through puberty.
What?
What?
Anyways.
No, Did the doctor ever do a procedure where he tried to attach you to Breckles?
No. Me and the doctor fight on many things. The one thing we discussed was soul transference for my crew to new bodies. I stated it would be immoral. Having a man's soul put into a new body that is not his own, that is an injustice that I will not decree. Dead or not, I care for my own body, which is my own. I don't need some flesh-sex, weak wimp body. If I'm going to continue, my crew will too.
Oh man, I definitely understand that. Imagine this, Captain. Your soul is being dragged around by 3 different gods. That fucking sucks, right?
I do not know of gods. I'm not a religious man.
I mean, that's fine. You don't have to be. But just imagine.
I set up a room down below for all those zealots that wanted to worship their gods. I don't give a shit or a damn about it.
Oh, yeah, that reminds me. So, the immoral thing, I get that. What if your crew was worshiping death? How did you feel about that?
I don't fear it, nor do I give a shit.
Yeah, fair enough.
It might explain why I'm living and talking to you here.
Yeah, you're kind of shit out of luck on that one, bud. You might have died, but you're alive again. Death kind of said, get fucked, I guess.
I think it might have said that for a number of your crewmates, to be honest.
Well, I imagine almost all of them. At least 3 confirmed.
Yeah.
Oberon, are you all good?
Yeah.
Okay. Good or not, you have my blessing. Now, if you excuse me, I have to go back to my watch post.
Any more
Captain,
questions?
I do have one. If you were trapped in a body with, that was not yours,
Hypothetically.
hypothetically, what would you want?
To die.
Okay.
Corin grins.
That.
He climbs up the tower at his post.
Let's go. Go. Shoot.
What?
As you walk back down the steps, the whole ship shakes.
Did you feel that?
Yeah, I did. No,
You know, I got a strong feeling about something. Hold on. I'll be right back. Corin's gonna go back into the captain's cabin and go to where the captain went to.
No, he was on the top deck, like as in like out in like the night.
Wait, what?
Okay, so on the map, there's the upper deck, where I mean like the top deck, where like it's the top of the ship, where all the
Okay.
sand is. You were on the main upper deck. The main deck is where the religious and the crew's quarters are. The lower deck is where there was all the coffins, and the hold/brig is where Blueford is.
Yeah, where was the captain? Where did we go after we stopped talking to him?
You went to the main deck.
All right. Well, I want to go to wherever the captain was after we finished talking to him.
You walk back up the steps to the upper deck, and you see that there is a post at one of the top of the sails, where he climbed up to.
Do I see him up there?
You do not see the green glow of his ire, no.
Do I see his body or anything?
Nope.
All right. Well, I confirm that. Corin's gonna go back down to Corona. Yeah, Cat ain't up there.
figured.
Dad
What?
confirmed that.
I have another theory. The ship keeps rumbling every time he switches bodies, right?
Yeah, that's an interesting development.
What if the ship is the thing that's actually possessed?
You know, that's an interesting theory. That doesn't sound unlikely, but that wouldn't. Well, thinking about it, then if the ship is possessed, then we were pretty far from the ship when we found Bojangles.
That's my point.
Freckles. Why would he be all the way over there, as opposed to being here?
He didn't start his body swappy thing until we got here.
That's very true. There was nothing in his skull, which is where I imagine you would keep any kind of symbols for soul transference or whatever the fuck he called it.
Maybe we didn't see any in that weird altar.
No, it just seemed plain. The only thing I could get from it was they were worshiping, death itself.
You know what?
Maybe there's something down in the hold or the brig where they both are.
I agree. You go talk to Oberon really quick. I'm gonna go up top. I gotta check something.
All right.
So I wanna, before I meet back up with Corin, I wanna look outside over the edge and see if there's any sigils on the hull of the ship.
There's nothing.
No markings, anything.
No, but you do find that book that was on the captain's desk on the upper deck, lying on the ground.
I'm not gonna abscond with it, but I am gonna read it.
As you open it up and read it. I'll give you a summary of its contents. You read it through it, and you discover that when they set off, there was a man who was a great doctor and leader, a man who knew many things of the sea and the land. However, as time moved on, he began to practice magic and science, and began to tamper with it, learning of necrotic magic and its properties to heal and inflict pain, and felt that as time went on that it was better spent with science, and he found new medicines and new ways to help his people. However, the crew began to question why he would chop off a limb or why he would replace parts with a devil, as some wished to be purists and others welcomed the changes that the devils brought when they were attached to them, or demons or any other infernal creatures that they found the ways. As they were free body parts and free of use and similar enough to the humanoids that were living on the boat, why not use those parts? And people of the Puritans would say that the captain knew what was best, but the captain was also the doctor. And other people said that the doctor knew what was best, but the doctor was also part of the captain. And as the time grew on, the man himself that was both decided it'd be best to make caricatures, wear robes as a doctor and wear a uniform as the captain, and would often fight with himself in the journal, and that all he wished to be was to navigate his people through these trying times. And then one day they crashed somewhere in the sand, and in the sand it stops, and signed off with Stroheim von Stroheim.
Not again! Okay.
The book belongs to von Ludwig, and it's ending with von Stroheim.
Oh dear. Oh fuck. Oh no.
The title of the book is Breckle's Journal.
Okay. Gonna pocket this and run back downstairs. Orin.
Are you pocketing it or are you leaving it?
I am going to. I'm gonna leave it where it is.
Okay.
Where it is.
You go
And-
back downstairs. Before you do that, Corin, what are you doing down with Oberon, down with Bluford?
So yeah, we confirmed it. There's a lot of fuckery going on around here, Oberon.
What kind of fuckery is it?
Captain, Doctor, Bojangles. Yeah, it turns out his real name, Breckles. Stupid name, I know, but I love it either way. It makes me happy.
Jangles.
I like both names, but I like Bojangles more. So I'm going to keep calling him Bojangles. I'm getting off track. I apologize. Same body, same people. We talked to the captain. Captain's kind of an asshole, but, he's a pirate captain. What do you expect?
I suppose none of it matters unless we can figure out which side of them, which one of them is the one who killed the crew.
Well,
Because with that knowledge, I can make the decision if I can ask this doctor for help ethically. If he's the one who's killed everyone, then I can't trust him to help Bluford. And that's frankly all I care about right now.
yeah, I understand that. The thing, or him, Bluford, he looks sad. Like he went through a traumatic experience.
He's in a lot of pain right now, and
Well, I have
Whispering anything to you?
good news and bad news then.
Oh, hey, how did the captain's quarters go?
So, the good news is you were right. They are all three the same, just like we thought, Corin.
Yep.
The other good news is that they didn't kill the crew.
What happened to the crew then?
I don't know. That's
Anybody else?
news.
Anybody else convinced that every single crew member is in the same body? I want to say that I am, but I don't have any factual proof behind that. I just want to assume it because why wouldn't I?
And
That
that
wouldn't explain the piles of Leonin bodies.
it doesn't. That's the problem. And they don't genuinely seem to remember. But
Also, what's still the thing that's bothering me is what's so special about those 8 that we saw in the coffins earlier?
I agree.
You know, the one that was emanating with necrotic energy.
Right?
There's still a lot that's not adding up.
It's just something very suspicious. If they didn't kill the crew, then why do they not remember? That's the other thing. I just found a book upstairs that said that they have always been part of the same being.
Wait, it said that they've always been that way.
So they knew that. They should know that.
So they used to cohabit within each other and be aware of it, and now it seems as though they've forgotten, is what you're saying?
Exactly.
Okay. There's definitely plenty of mysteries afoot, but I think that needs to wait, because Bluford needs to be fixed right now, before it's irreversible.
In which case, one thing at a time then, we can trust the doctor.
All right.
You hear a
That's all I need to hear.
thump. It's the doctor appears from a shadow. Yo! It seems
Yo.
you got your confirmation from the dear captain, so shall I carry out with my surgery?
Before you do, I want to confirm. I know you said you're going to take a lot of his blood. Would I be able to donate my own blood to help with the
No.
procedure? But I do have a...
No.
Yes?
The magic has to reconstitute his blood, forming new tissue and blood. That's how we bleed him dry. Quite literally of the magic.
Okay, then can I at least stay with him while you perform the surgery?
Oh, it's going to be bloody and gruesome, but if that's what you wish...
I
Sure.
also wish to watch this because if there's any fuckery afoot there, Doc, you know, he'd takes his finger across his neck and he smiles.
Now,
Same.
go grab those boxes over there for me, could you?
I'm not grabbing shit, bud.
I'll get him.
Oberon is gonna go up to the doctor and like finally fully address him and give him all of his attention, and he's gonna put one paw on each of his shoulders and just kind of look at him very solemnly. He's gonna say, "Please, I know we are strangers on your ship, but you seem to know what you're doing. Please help my friend. I will be in your debt if you can help him and save his life."
Then allow me to do my work.
All right.
He takes a cot and spreads it over the floor. Sit your dog here. Now, could one of you hold him down? This is going to get painful.
I'll do it. He's gonna, as gently as possible, but firmly, prepare to hold Bluford down, and he's gonna tell him telepathically, it's gonna hurt, but we're gonna do everything we can to help, okay, bud? Just be strong, like I know you are, and know that I'm gonna be with you, and that I love you. Got this, okay?
So what he does is he shackles each of the paws to the floor. And he takes a knife as he puts on surgical garb and he puts on his plague doctor mask and prepares his metal gloves as he slashes a laceration around Blueford's neck. Bluford begins to whine and gargle and howl in pain as the blood spews out onto the ground. But what happens is the bones start to reconstitute, pushing deeper inside him and pulling back in. Over a course of many hours and lots of bloodletting and draining, slowly through the gruesome scenes of seeing your dog get lacerated over and over again, Bluford slowly returns. And on the final laceration where all the magic is drained, the doctor takes a needle and before you can even think, stitches him up clean.
Bluford?
He takes his hand, waving it over and scarring the tissue over with necrotic magic.
Are you okay, buddy?
Your friend will be a little under the weather. Ho 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 ho. Now, I have to clean up all this blood. Could you take your dog upstairs?
Yes. Thank you. I hope this will work, and I appreciate your time and your efforts very much. I owe you. Thank you. He's gonna pick up Bluford very carefully and hold him like a baby and carry him up.
You carry him upstairs. Upon doing so, Bluford is awake. He huffs, but he's very tired and a little in pain.
My poor baby.
Due to the stress of this surgery and transformation, Bluford's max HP has been reduced.
Understandable. Have a good day. A poor baby boy. As Oberon is heading up the stairs, he's gonna... Did both Corona and Corin stay for the surgery?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. He's gonna, as he's walking past them, he's gonna say, I'm sorry to leave a bit suddenly, but time to take him to bed, and I'm gonna stay with him if that's okay.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, guys. So he's gonna go up to the doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Man, I don't know where it's appropriate to sleep. I guess I'll just go to the lower deck, the one right up. Oh, but there's all those coffins in there. I don't know if I want to sleep with all the coffins. I'll sleep
Just go to the captain's room.
Well,
With
that's
the
the
bed.
captain's room.
The one with the bed.
I don't want to take the captain's bed.
You're sharing a body.
Well, I'm still being respectful. I'll just go to the lower deck, and I will. Oh, were there multiple beds? You mentioned in the main deck, because I know you said there were Leonin on one of the beds.
Where the bed is, there's multiple little beds. It's just there's lots of them.
Okay.
Stacked.
Thank you for the clarification. Then I will go take one of the beds from the main deck that does not have bodies on it, and I will...
You push off one of the bodies on the floor and you lay down.
I do it nicely, because it's a Leonin body. And I'll get Bluford comfortable, and I'll snuggle up right next to him and hold him.
You are snuggling with your pupper dog, and he licks your face gently, trying to give affection.
I lick his face back.
You groom each other.
Oh.
Now, what of you and Corona? Corin and Corona? You're standing here, and the doctor is just soaking up all the blood with rags and such.
We've kind of fixed the problem with Bluford, Corona. Is there any other point for us to really be here anymore? We got Bojangles a house. I mean, sure, he's fucking crazy, but whatever.
True. He doesn't seem to be causing trouble, per se.
Yeah, he's not. I don't think he's evil. I don't think he is. He's just fucking insane.
So, what do you think of my magical practices and magical work? Yo!
Quite impressive.
Yeah, I was about to say impressive.
And
Wait, you think my work is impressive?
Yeah, I mean,
genuinely speaking,
did you see what he looked like before you got to work?
Hmm.
I mean, like in my opinion, he looked cool as hell. But like, I like my fluffy boy the way he is.
agreed. Very effective.
Yeah, like, could any of us have done that? No. So like, yeah, your work is pretty impressive, and that soul transference thing is kind of interesting as well, even if it is theoretical. I suppose. It kind of shrugs.
You see a tone shift as it goes from a laughter smile to a genuine smile, and he puffs his chest out. Yo! Thank you. And as this is stated, one eye goes green in the mask and the other goes red.
Christmas?
And then they start flashing wildly, and his body straightens up completely straight, and he shakes, and his body goes from
Not Christmas.
Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice.
And then, out from both the garbs of the captain and the doctor, Breckles emerges.
Um,
Oh, hello. Why is there so much blood here?
We just did, some surgery. It's okay.
I'm just going to use prestidigitation to clean the room.
I see, I guess the doctor was here after all.
Oh, Bojangles, guess what?
Who is Bojangles?
What do you mean?
For I am Breckles, the navigator of this crew.
Yeah, where's your puns?
Well, what do you mean? I'm not a joking man.
Corona? Get my gun.
Mm. Oh dear.
What happened?
Remember Freckles.
Well, I at least saw you two before.
You don't remember giving me a compass?
I recognize your faces. After all, the doctor has seen you and so has the captain. Although, the Bojangles, I do not know who you refer to.
You are Bojangles, aka Brojangles.
I'm not Bojangles, I'm Breckles.
You are Bojangles to me. You forever will be.
Is he in the same exact form that we saw him before, or is that not the case?
Yes.
He is? Okay.
He is in the same form that Brodangles was.
Okay.
Just he's not using a cane.
Listen. We have definitely confirmed this to be the case. But you're sharing a body with your captain and the doctor. You know that, right?
I know that the captain, the doctor... You must be referring to the leader that runs this ship. They're not...
You mean the captain's in charge?
They're not different people.
What do you mean?
Well, the captain and the doctor are both roles, to be sure, but they're the same person, you know.
Yes, we do. And that would also be you.
No, no, no. I am Breckles, the navigator.
Yeah.
Corona, what in the abyssal hell is happening here?
Mm. So one of them understands that they're all part of the same body, but is in denial that they're part of that issue.
I don't know. I find it interesting because we told the doctor that we liked his work, and now Breckles is here and he has memories of being Breckles but not Bojangles.
I agree. Very strange memory.
Can I roll like an insight to see if I don't know, have insight?
Yeah, go for it.
I got a 24.
Roll me medicine as well.
All right. Oh, I got a dirty 20. That was a lucky roll. Holy
Okay,
shit.
so from both of your rolls, you understand minorly what may be going on. From a minor point of view, you might understand it as the souls of the captain and the doctor. The captain and the doctor is the same person. Breckles and Brodangles are the same person. Breckles is the actual person, and Brodangles is a personality.
Just like Moon Knight.
The captain slash doctor is somebody, but is not Brodangles or Breckles. And you get the sneaking suspicion that while there hasn't been a soul transference of the doctor or captain, that there might be something else afoot that caused the infusion between this body.
Oh. I'm going to relay that information to Corona.
Homunculus!
Corona,
What?
you see it as something similar to... Corona, roll me Arcana.
Okay. 21.
Roll me also a history check.
Okay. 24.
Man, we are nailing these fucking rolls right now.
You realize that while your hand was heated up and has cooled considerably, there is a number of different alloys in it now. Similar to the magma that was in the temple. Similar in the essence that the magma has combining properties to it.
It's
Magical compounding.
oh shit. Oh fuck, oh shit, oh fuck.
Oh fuck, oh shit, oh fuck.
You remember when Oberon stuck his hand into the magma?
No, because Corn wasn't there.
That's right.
No, I have no idea what you're talking about, Corona.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
What the fuck are you on about?
I'm going to just kind of inspect up and down, I guess, as a perception, to see if there's any markings of Bojangles having a dip in the lava.
Well, you have noticed that he wears gloves, but you haven't seen his hands yet.
Freckles,
Yes?
I know this is going to be a very strange request, but if you could take off your glove for just a moment.
Sure. He takes his glove off, and you see that it is steel.
You touched the metal in the temple.
I touched some. I fell down and My hand went in some kind of rock and it came out like this. It feels much heavier, but I don't know what happened. I touched it and I blacked out, and now I'm here. I'm assuming it went okay. After all, I did survive the endeavor.
Did you ever meet with your crew again after that?
Well, I'm here, so I'm assuming I did.
We found you in the temple.
Oh, so you brought me here.
Mm-hmm. But when we brought you back here, the crew was gone entirely, along with the captain and the doctor. And jokes aside, the captain and the doctor now currently share a body with you.
Roll me persuasion.
Holy Tata. Okay.
Did you get?
35.
You convince him of this, and upon doing so, you hear a loud snap. Corin,
Hey, how's it going?
you feel as if the necrotic energy of the whole ship has amplified, as now in front of you, Brodangles is here, and he says, well, while I do thank you for giving me my memories back, I don't like that I have them back.
Hey, Corona, remember that necrotic energy from before?
Mm.
It's really strong now.
Hmm.
I don't think we should be here anymore. We need to get O'Brien.
Yeah. Need to go.
Why did you... He shuts the door.
Corona,
Why did you...
get my gun.
Why did you give my memories back?
You have your gun. Now blow open the fucking door.
Corin is gonna kick the door open.
You try to, but it doesn't budge.
All right, now he shoots the door.
You shot a hole in the door. Nothing happens.
We're gonna shoot multiple holes in the door.
You shoot multiple holes in the door, but nothing happens.
We're gonna shoot even more holes in it.
I'm gonna ram the door.
It doesn't move. I specifically
Bojangles.
never wanted to remember. I tried so hard, and you keep torturing it. You brought me to remember, but I don't wish to.
I got something for this. Hold on. Ah, there we go. I'm going to do Necrotic Shroud. Become spooky. And then I'm going to roll Intimidation.
It's gonna straight up tell you he's too depressed for that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Touche.
But, you know, I'm gonna fucking intimidate the shit out of him. Regardless.
You can try.
Hell yeah. And intimidation. And he's already afraid of me, technically, because of the Necrotic Shroud. I feel like intimidation gets advantage, right?
He looks at you, and he sighs, and he lays on the ground.
That's a dirty 20, god damn it. Let us the fuck out of here!
And as he lets out a sigh, the energy increases and amplifies further.
Bojangles, I'm sorry you're fucking depressed, but let us the fuck out of here!
The door opens.
Thank you. All right, we got to get Oberon. We got to get the fuck out of here.
When you walk up to the next deck, there is a large sigil on the floor that is glowing.
I'm gonna yell at the top of my lungs. Oberon!
Am I sleeping
Oberoni?
by now?
Hi.
Oberon!
We did a bad thing.
Hold on, am I sleeping? Do I have to wake up for this? Am I awake?
Oberon, you're still grooming each other, and you hear them yelling from the deck below.
Oh, what could it be now? I thought
Wake up! We gotta go!
We did it bad. We gotta go.
You
They're not on the
fucked
same
up!
deck as me yet, I don't think. They're still on the lower deck?
Yeah. And
Yeah,
you're
you guys aren't in the same deck with me yet, so.
Over.
I'm yelling very loudly.
Oh, okay. Buford, I will be right back. I need to make sure they're okay. Just stay here and rest, okay?
He paws at you, like to take him with you.
No, baby. I'll come back up
No,
for you.
He paws at you more. And he whines and he's like whining and
Oh,
crying.
my sweet boy. Okay.
No.
I'm gonna very gingerly pick him up and cradle him as I go towards the lower deck and open up the door.
Hey, we're running, right?
Roll me a strength save.
Strength save. That is a 17.
Yeah, you pick him up.
Yeah. My little
So
baby.
there's a giant purple glowing sigil on the ground beneath your feet. Corin and Corona.
Corona, it's time for the running now.
And do any of you want to try to see what it is?
Sure. Oh, 30.
I was about to roll, but I don't need to.
Okay. And you decipher it as a short couple of sentences. Through Hermes' wings I will gain, I eat them to satiate my pain.
Oh God, belly hurt.
It's time we start the running now.
Yeah, we go.
Corin's gonna run. Dobra, we gotta get the fuck out of here. We're all gonna die.
What the fuck is going on?
Bojangles is depressed.
Okay, and?
We gotta go. Just trust me.
Okay.
I'll explain later. Get the dog. Let's
Okay.
go.
I have him. Please be
You're on the
gentle.
main deck, and there's another sigil that glows, even brighter than the last.
Oh fuck! Do we jump?
Will you? So you're on the main deck. Are you going to try to decipher the sigil?
29.
It says, "While the wings that I may gain, through them I eat my pain. For when I seal upon the day that my depression only sits away."
Yo,
Yeah.
this guy's emo as fuck.
Jump off the ship.
Jump off. Roll that acrobatics,
are
baby.
you-
It's a fucking
You
27.
got to get to the upper deck first.
Oh, I thought we were.
There's
No.
the main deck. You go to the upper
Fuck.
deck, and there is an even bigger sigil. But on the main deck is
Oh, it's so confusing.
the captain, the doctor, and Breckles.
And this one I got a 21 for.
And they say to you, through the depression and the pain that we may eat from day to day, I seal upon the ship that I may rest here in my grave. Seal it all with me, let it not be to the world. Let it never show itself again. Rest with me forevermore.
Well, and with that, time to go.
Are you going to jump off the ship?
Dimension door.
Are we on the upper deck now?
You're on the upper deck.
Okay. I am going to. Sorry, guys, I can't worry about you. I have Bluford to worry about. I'm gonna
I've already
tell
jumped off.
Bluford really quick. Just stick with me, buddy. I'm sorry if this is gonna be uncomfy, but I just gotta take care of you. And I'm gonna polymorph Bluford into a rabbit, and then I'm going to wild shape into an eagle and pick him up and fly off the ship.
Okay. You do so.
Do you want me to reroll
Meow.
acrobatics, or can I just use the one that I rolled earlier?
What did you get?
It was a 27.
Sexy.
You jump off the ship and dive into the sand without problem.
We're gonna lycanthrope change and fucking swim through the sand like a goddamn shark.
Okay. Well, you, Corona.
Can I do a perception?
Before jumping off, yes.
That's a nat 20 for a 35.
Hot.
You see that. You see that the doctor is depressed and in pain. You see the captain is depressed and in pain, and Breckles is sad on the ground. They all look as if they've failed in some manner.
Are my friends sufficiently safe off the side of the ship?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna walk over to Breckles really quick.
Mm-hmm.
What happened?
He looks at you and says, "In the expedition, all my people died, and I was too much of a coward to come back. I was too much of a coward to come back to both of them. And he lies on the ground and crying.
And you two?
The captain says that for I had led my crew and sat in the ship. I did not go for supplies, and I was too stubborn to leave this place. While I believed in my men, I was too stubborn to believe that they had died. I was too stubborn to make my way past it, and I was too stubborn to not treat the wounds of emotional capacities. And thus I failed as a captain and a leader. So I shall rest with the ship, and my depression shall follow."
And the doctor?
While I had a good many medical fields in my ship, I failed to save a single person with my research. Even at my tridest of heart, no surgeries upon man and devil ever produced a singular good thing, as subject to all the coffins below. I am no mortal man, nor am I even a doctor. I'm just a fraud. And the captain and the doctor say at the same time, "I'm not a leader, nor am I a doctor. I'm simply a monster of my own stubbornness and failed intelligence. I cost my whole crew their lives. And the navigator says, and I was too afraid to come back and see the captain that I cherished. So I tried to cover it up, and I tried to eliminate my thoughts. And when my men returned to the ship, I I eventually came back. And I seized the opportunity to continue life through me. Through him. So we may all seal our fate in this ship. And the ship begins to rumble and rock. What will you do, Corona?
Do you want to continue your journey aboard the ship?
Yes.
Then you need to stop beating yourself up over a crew that has already passed on.
But I was their leader. I failed them. I was too stubborn to see it. And I need to go down with my errors.
Yes, you did fail them. Simply and utterly. That said, if you wish to repent for that, you would not do so by hiding away until the end of time. You would be admirable for the crew that you should have served.
Fine. I shall face my fate. And he stands up. The doctor, sniveling, says, "But I was nothing but a medical fraud. I could not save a single life. What kind of doctor makes monstrosities with devils and demons? For they look so similar to humans and humanoids. But how could I be so naive that they were so different? Science and magic do not mix."
I thought you got your memory back. You did just save my friend. Man of science, you can't contradict what's the truth now, can you?
I guess you're right. I guess I need to rethink and reform my theorems then.
Not every standard needs to be met all the time.
And then Breckles lays there. For I was too scared to accept that I had led all my men to murder. That my own negligence of not being able to map or graph the dungeon caused them to die.
People are responsible for their own decisions. They chose to follow you. Yes, you made wrong choices. But they ultimately trusted, and that would be for their own reasons. If they have faith in you, then who's to say that you don't deserve it?
I guess you are correct in that. I guess I need to do some recharting. And as he stands up, the sigil cracks and fades, as the boat begins to no longer rock, and the holes in the ship begin to level out and slowly repair themselves. The coffins, they open, and the bones fade to dust. The crewmates fade as well, and each one, the captain, the doctor, and Breckles, erase and all that is left is Brodangles, and a large pirate ship. We shall end the session there.